T-MEX SDRL de CV is a corporation intended for the manufacture of denim garments of globally recognized brands. On its own, T-MEX emerged under the idea of starting up a company for the washing of denim garments for the corporation 1721. Thanks to the experience achieved in our other companies by the present directors, doors opened in order for the present administration to start the project named Textiles Mexicanos in the city of San Luis, Colorado in June 2008, previously named Exportes de Mexico. Due to this background, it is a pleasure for us to mention that every one of the people working at this company are focused in achieving our vision, which is to be the most efficient, consolidated, and innovative company producing denim garments dictating worldwide fashion. That is the main reason why our mission is to produce the highest quality denim garments with materials that meet or exceed the needs of our potential clients, obtaining with this the total satisfaction of our customers. Inside T-MEX, our production process are divided into 3 operational groups: dry process, wet process, and finishing. Dry process. In this process, we give the first transformation to the denim garments that we receive from the interior of the Republic of China. Garment reception. This operation begins with the arrival of the containers with the garments for processing, the raw material, at the sewing areas. Once it is received, the material, we proceed to the unloading of the same with forklifts, the pallet jack. Once it is unloaded, the material, it is counted package by package to verify the amount received and to make the tracking forms. Afterwards, the material is appointed to the different areas according to the process it will follow. Hand sand. The garments are placed in the legs of horizontal and vertical mannequins and inflated until achieving the needed volume in order to reach out the wearing by means of manual sand down with different intensity by means of a sander for metal, depending on the hardness of the material, sanding intensity and standard production. Sandblast. Here, the material is manually pressed to smooth the garment before it is subject to the wear-out process, and with this avoid any pleats that may cause any flaws. The wear-out process consists of dousing it with sand at the front and back of the garment to obtain the required finish according to the standard requirements. Potassium. This operation starts with the introduction of the garments into mannequins placed in cubicles with the extraction system and a water cascade to neutralize the potassium permangranate. It consists in the aspiration of permangranate diluted at the percentage base in water with paint pistols on the required parts. As it is, in the areas where the hand sand was used, this process has the main purpose, the bleaching or discoloring of the areas where the hand sand was applied. Whisker, like its name indicates in English, this type of design in the garment has the purpose to give whisker appearance at the front panel of the garment. It consists in wearing out or marking the garment with sandpaper in a whisker form and can be in different forms like 3D, 3 normal colors, normal wearing out, upstanding, applying a touch of resin, etc. The operator takes the sandpaper with his index finger and marks it down with an up and down movement until achieving intensity required by the standards. Afterwards, the garment is turned over to the next operator. Whiskers 3D. Here, it is important that the material has the percentage of humidity required with the resin in order to be able to affix and achieve the process of 3D. The garments are placed in a Terminator 3D machine and the whiskers is handcrafted. Afterwards, it is pre-cured in the same machine to affix the cure. It is finally in a cooking oven for 18 minutes at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Whisker press. The beginning is the same as in the process for 3D. The difference consists in the type of finishing and the machine. Here, the whiskers are elaborated in a Hoffman machine's topper. Destruction. In this process, manual emery is used to destroy the garment at the indicated places for the standards and consists of the grading of the material with this tool. At its tip contains a stone for the roughing down, placing the garment over a work table. Afterwards, the material is inspected for quality control and sent to the following process. Tater. The main operation of this process is the wear out of the garments at the required section, pocket seams, waistbands, and bottom hems, and it is used at a tater machine, bench grading, with a 6-inch stone based on aluminum oxide and or a table with swivel base with a sandpaper roll, required grade. Crinkle. In this process, plastic staple machines are used, the Denison ST9000, and the operation starts with the stapling in the form of a wrinkle at the required places for the standard, front pockets, bands, hands, back pockets, knees, etc. Wet process. Once that the dry finish is given to the material, it is sent to the laundry reception area where it is counted, weighed, and cut, and loaded to initiate the laundering process. Our process is carried out with moisturizers, cotton dispersions, polyester dispersions, neutral resins, pumice stones, neutral detergents, alkaline, bleach, peroxides, acids, etc. to obtain the best results to achieve our main goal. That is the satisfaction of our potential buyers with quality clothing and finishing that only is offered by Group 1721. Laundry, washing. Once the garments are finished with the process prior to the washing, they are counted and it is determined the size of the lot for laundering according to the weight of the garments loads. They are placed into the washing machines and it is started the washing process, adding in every step the required chemicals and stones needed for every type of washing. Finishing the washing cycle, the load is extracted and unloaded into carts to pass them over to the extracting and drying areas. Drying. The garments are entered into the dryers. The process consists of the injection of heat by means of burners based on gas that generate a temperature, and it is controlled by an automatic system of temperature. It is determined that the drying program given by the required temperature and starts the drying cycle, varying in minutes according to the temperature and material. Once dried, the material is unloaded and sent into the area of sorting tables. Laundry sorting. The garments are received from the drying area and are placed on tables where they are checked and separated by color, size, and cut. The material that does not pass the color is sent to rewash for correction. The garments that do not pass the quality control are tied in bundles of 10 pieces and are sent to the area of ironing and metals. Finishing, metals. This is the first finishing operation. The garments are received and here the rivet is placed if it is required, or the button, metallic or plastic. These metals are placed with automatic machines or manual depending on the type of the product. The finished material is buttoned to be sent to the ironing area. Ironing. In this area, due to efficiency matter, the operators each work 2 machines. The garments are placed at the vertical press, malavasi, and it goes triggering every step until the garment is held onto the top and bottom. Once this is finished, it is injected vapor under pressure until attaining the ironing of the garment. It is removed, folded, and placed next to garments. This operation is simultaneous with every machine, once switched on and in preparation. If a more detailed finish is required, the garments are ironed in a Hoffman machine of horizontal press, topper and legger. Here, each operator is responsible for ironing one part of the garment. Hip and leg work is done by a team of 2 presses for each product. Retouch irons. The pieces that are not ironed properly are retouched with manual irons at the required areas such as zippers, bands, band pockets, and sometimes where the operation cannot be done on the malavasi and Hoffman, such as ironing center crease and folded hem. Inspection. The garments are checked by the inspectors and the material is checked 100% piece by piece, trying to find defects like broken seams, washing details, defects on the material, frayed material, and all the defects that may be found in order to repair, and are marked down with a red adhesive tape and sent to the repairing area of each module. The major defects, seconds, are marked down with a yellow tape and are sent to the classification area to determine its process. Then begins the process of placing the required tags to the approval material, hang tag, leg sticker, price sticker, etc., in order to be sent to the packing area. Repairing. In this area, the ones that are marked with red adhesive tape are going to be repaired. They're repairing mainly for sewing defects. It is performed with sewing machines and the material is sent once more for a few inspections. Classification. The repairing is checked, and if this is correct, the material is sent to the packaging area. On the contrary, the material is classified and sent to the area of seconds, where it is classified and packaged by separate to be sent together with the material. Final packing. Our packing instructions sheet is received at the central office at Los Angeles, the 1721 Group LLC. In it, we find the type of packaging and accessory that the garment has to be distributed to the clients as type of hanger, bag, pre-pack, solid size, price ticket, size clip, etc. This department is the most important and the final part of our process, as if the material is not placed correctly in the box, it reaches our clients with defects such as imperfections, wrinkles, mess, etc. And for that reason, it is that to every one of our shipments, we practice visual final audit of the product that we are going to send for shipment liberation. Packaging receipt. The garments are received from the finishing department and checked to be classified by the size and then labeled and packaged according to TechPack. Scan pack. The received material inspected 100% is scanned by the size, solid size, or by dozen, pre-pack, and placed in the labeled boxes for shipment and distribution. It is important to mention that this packaging process sometimes is omitted depending on the requirements of the cut. Packing. Take the garments, place the labels with manual labels if necessary, arrange the pieces for required process, solid, pre-pack, etc., Place the required amount on the boxes, label the box indicating the cut, style, sizes, color, store, etc. Pack the seconds indicating that the material is defective, place it on the platform, and at last send it to the client or indicated warehouse. Shipment. The boxes are protected for its transportation with stretch film. The containers are placed on the pallets or bulk cargo containers and it is sent to its final destination. Water treatment plant, T-MEX. Word regarding non-renewable natural resources has a target to look for new ways to reutilize the waste products from its process. That is how emerges the need to reutilize the water. Actually, we have recycling wastewater treatment, by which means the water is filtered by a physical and chemical process up to reaching the levels of reutilization in order to not affect the laundering process of the garments. At the actual treatment plant, we have equipment with the capacity to treat 115 liters by second and reutilize, recycling 30 liters by second of the first level. On a not far future, we expect to reutilize 70% of its treated waters. Process. The water is received in the receiving laundry basins. 2. The water is pumped from the receiving basins to the separators of the solids, retro-shear, filtering the water and recuperating large solids, rocks through the mesh. The water is deposited back into the pool to be given the gravity to the water treatment. 3. Once in the treatment receiving basins, water is pumped to the hydro screen, parabolic filters, where there is recuperated lint and sand. 4. The filtered water in the hydro screen is sent by gravity toward the desanded filters, where it is given more close treatment at the mesh to recuperate finer sands. The water once again is deposited in the basins to start the overflow. 5. Since the land standpipe system, water is pumped for the injection of the coagulant, aluminum hydroxide, to start to gather the solid particles by means of exchange of the coils. 6. Once the water is driven through the coils, it is injected for coolant to precipitate the solid particles. 7. Coagulated and floculated sludge is received in conical tanks where it is precipitated, and clean water is transported to the clarifier tanks where it is oxygenated. 8. The sludge from the conic tanks is pumped from the sludge press where it is dehydrated and compacted in order to dispose of it afterward. 9. The water from the clarifier tank is filtered up to 100% by passing it through multimedia filters and a membrane system in order to reuse it in a laundering process. 60% reuse, 40% rejection. For all this, T-MEX is a leading global company that has the support of large corporations, such as Group 1721, and the approval of different leading global trademarks. Day by day at T-MEX, we compromise with the quality of our products, having always in mind the total satisfaction of our clients. As well, we are committed to our community and personnel, providing jobs to our region, so being a world-class company. Due to the above, at T-MEX, our mission is the absolute satisfaction of our consumers.